Hello everyone. We're going to be starting a new video series called the Practical AI Applications. So in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to be developing several applications for you that you need in your personal life. You also can use in your work related areas too. So I'm Dr. V, and I'm a programmer for almost 25 years. And in the last 5 years, I've been developing a lot of practical AI applications and for some of the students at Udemy for around 68,000 students I have. So let's get started. What we like to do is we like to first discuss about the AI and then the generative AI. And then we like to go through some of the potential applications and the considerations that you need to be very careful about AI. And then finally, we're going to write a mini program, which we continue the writing these mini programs in the next videos. So what is generative AI? As we all know that the AI just heating up so much about our daily lives, work lives, and so on. Generative AI is the type of artificial intelligence that can create a new content. Think about this as a program or the computer that reads all the books in the human history and all the Wikipedia and everything together, read it, and then can create in a pattern wise a text, generate images, make videos, music, and also you can write a code too. It's called generative because it generates things, not just the analyze things, data. So which is good. But of course, there's a lot of applications that we could use. We could use for writing blogs, stories, and writing emails. It can help you to improve your grammar as well too. And other things that you can do is you can just also create like pictures, illustrations, make sound. Also can create a lot of programming. That's where I'm going to help. And finally, you can also create chatbots too, which we will create it, but of course I'm not a chatbot. And we're just going to be creating, if in terms of the customer interactions, you can use the chatbots. Some of the considerations that we need to be very careful is with the AI is, of course, generative AI is not 100% correct, so that because it just generates based on the information that was loaded. You need to always double check the code and the info that gives. So in other words, generative AI dumps you lots of information. You're the person that who needs to decide what is wrong, what is right. In other words, you need to create the information, but not gives you the knowledge. So in this case, you need to just think about based on the experience, and then you need to differentiate. It doesn't think like a human, so that it thinks about the based on the patterns. So in that case, you need to just think about that. It's just it generates you something, generative AI. And then the other things that you need to be careful is that they use it ethically. So in that case, if you're creating something that based on it's not an original, you need to say that. Otherwise, if you don't give a credit to the right people, it's going to be so challenging. So that's why, especially in some of the work that you're creating, I see key cases that people are generating their resume based on the AI, which we will create one. But in that case, is it right for you? If you don't have any experience and then you're creating a lot of experience that you dump to your resume, during the interview process, are you going to be getting trouble or something that is going to be so challenging? So that's why you need to use it very ethically. Finally, what we're going to do today is that we're going to be creating an AI prompt, and then it will give us the generate a simple code. So let's get started. We open the ChatGPT and said, write a program that generates a random number between 1 and 50. Okay, we're just writing here. Okay, it says, oh, I'm just going to creating one and I'm just going to using a Python, right? Of course, if you don't have a lot of experience with the Python, it's just fine. Or the JavaScript is okay too. So what we can do is we can just copy this code and execute it somewhere. In your case, if you don't have any computer, it's okay too, because uh, we go to here and then you type the Go Colab in the Google. So Google actually gives you a computer. So in that case, you create a new notebook. Here you go. And you can just execute it, and then it's just going to be saved to your Google Drive. So in that case, what you do is you copy this Python, and then just do a Control V, or just right click, and then paste is not here, but just going to say Control V in your shortcut, and then execute here called the play. Okay, boom. I just executed, and then just find the number 18. Also, you can also do the same thing. Let's see that if the JavaScript works. So we go to the next one. We're creating here. Let's see that if it's gonna work. Unfortunately, it's not working because it's usually is for Python using the Colab. So in that case, there's a lot of applications that you could use, and Python is going to be the one of the main one that we're going to be using in our application. So we started very simple. We learn about the generative AI, and we also check it out that where we could be used, and we called about the things that you need to watch for. And then we also started created a little mini program. So the what are next is amazing. So that in this case, what we're going to build is we're going to create a chatbot to email spam folder to AI powered translation to voice assistant. We can create all of them. So in that case, we're starting next week. We'll be start launching all these applications and for you, so that you can just enjoy and use in your personal life. For example, personal finance trackers, so that you can just use in your everyday life. And see you in the next time.